So it's currently after 3, almost 3:30. So I just want to share an update about the trade I actually took today. So I already mapped out my zones, my entry, what I was actually looking out for yesterday when I was doing my weekly outlook, and I hope you've seen that video. If you've not seen it, go to the channel and just go under the playlist of the weekly outlook. You're going to see it there. I said something there. I said I was going to be looking for more buys this week, and that was what I was looking for. But something happened this morning, and I would just love to explain a little bit of what I actually saw that made me go in for a sell trade. Now, this morning I mapped out a trend line coming from the 4 hours time frame, and I was expecting a third bounce off of that trend line to give an impulsive move for that very long buy that I'm looking for. So I knew there was going to be a decline. That means a corrective move to about the trend line before we have that impulsive moves. Then and we're just going to be looking for candlestick formation before actually locking my entry. But something has happened, and that is where flexibility comes in when in trading. Actually, flexibility is one thing you have to get yourself acquainted with. You should not be hell-bent on, oh, this is what I want the market to do and this is what it must do. Eventually you might do it, but you must be able to still maximize whatever move the market actually wants or is printing at that particular time. So price went back to about my high of the week, and I already saw a rejection from off of my high of the week. There was a rejection there, so I knew this zone is actually going to serve as a resistance zone for price to drop before to about to the trend line that I drew from before as time frame before the possible starts. And price went back, and I was not just going to enter that trade like that. I waited for a candlestick formation that was actually waiting for, and it gave me that candlestick formation, something like an evening star, and immediately the candlestick closed. I locked in the first entry, and we had a push to the downside. Now you might be wondering, because I'm still going to attach the walk you through how I took the trade. I'm going to attach the videos after this video, after this immediate clip that I'm making currently. So the second entry that actually locked in, you might be wondering, how did I lock in that entry? So one thing that I looked out for that made that entry to be very, very precise was the use of a Fibonacci. Now, if you want to use a Fibonacci, you must mark out the lowest point price ever got to the highest point price ever got to. If you are looking to check for the extent at which price is most likely going to reverse to before dropping. And market actually moves in waves. We have an impulsive correctional move. That's how market actually moves. So I saw we already in the sell position already, so market was reversing. So I wanted to be sure to what extent is this price going to move to before it actually drops. Then I brought out my Fibonacci to placed it from the lowest point price ever recent low to the recent high, and I looked out for some zones, and that's the golden ratio. Actually, that's the 61.8 and also the 50. Those are the two important zones, and you have to go and back test this if you want to start using this strategy. But it's not a standalone thing. You must use it in relation to so many things that makes up your own strategy. Yeah. But if you want to use it as I have done, I actually just used it to check to what extent market is going to buy to before it dropped. So that actually gave me a precise entry. So I just it seems it's reversal for 50.0. Yeah, it's rejected off of 50 or 61. I'm not even really sure. I'm going to check it. But I knew immediately what price was giving a kind of hesitation. I went to the 5 minutes time frame to actually check what kind of price, reaction. Price was given around that region, and I kind of saw a kind of rejection of that region. Immediately I locked in a position because I knew market was going to drop. So off of that, and I just placed here, I placed my take my stop loss above the golden ratio, above the 50%, yeah, above the 50 mark or so. So, and that gave me an early entry to ride the price to the downside. So that was basically what I was looking out for. So the main reason I'm actually making this video is you should not be hell bent on the fact that this is what you want the market to do and you expect it to do that. Sometimes market might just decide to do whatever it wishes to do. So you should not be just be excited, oh, this is what I want to. And if price does not do that, the other thing I could have done was that I was going to just go out of the trade. I would not even bother entering the trade, but I was seeing an opportunity and it's still aligned within my risk that was still willing to expose my account to for today. That was the reason why I actually took the trade. I was supposed to go in for a buy trade now, but I will not be going in for that buy trade because I already had two positions that are already profitable for today, and me doing anything outside that is just going to somehow toll with my psychology because I will not want to lose the profit I already made today, and I will most probably want to over leverage just to capitalize on whatever move the market is making, and this might end up reversing on me. I hope you just get that. So that's basically everything that happened today, and I'm going to be attaching the screenshot and the videos of the trade after this clip. So
alright, so this is what I'm actually looking at currently. I'm still expecting a buy actually, and I've already mapped out my zone. So expecting price to still come down to the extent before we have that bullish move, and reason being that there is an imbalance here. Sorry, there is an imbalance here. There is an imbalance around here region. This region here is an imbalance, so I'm expecting price to still come and clear out this imbalance up until this extent before we have an impulsive push to the upside. So that's what I'm basically looking out for this morning. And there is no news as well. I've checked the news. Let's check the news again together. As you can see, there's no major news. We have just medium impact news throughout the day. So low impact and medium impact news. We don't have any high impact news today. So I'm expecting price is going to it's going to be most likely slow. Price is going to be most likely slow. But I'm still expecting that bullish move to the upside. So you can see this break from the high of the week, and it's just to checkmate this imbalance here, give us a correction up onto this region. Then we are going to be looking for whatever price is printing here before we take action to long. So that's what I'm anticipating for currently, and I'll update you on whatever price eventually does. That's it for now.
So I was basically anticipating a buy on this trade, but as of now, I'm in on this sell position currently. And what was the confirmation I saw before going in for the sell? I saw the price was actually creating an impulsive move. That was this move that we saw here. This move. So I was seeing wicks upon this region. Had it been I wanted to go in aggressively, I would have opted in on the position at the region where the wicks were. But I was able to be patient, just waiting for a candlestick to create something like an evening star, and it did exactly that around this region. And immediately the candlestick actually closed, I entered for a sell, and currently we are at 1-to-1, and I've just been optimistic it goes to take profit, and if it does not, then it might as well just go back to break even, because once immediately if it reaches 1 to 1.5, I'm going to be breaking even on this trade, so we are going to be running risk free. But if it reverses at this point that it's going to be eating me out a little loss, half of the loss I actually went in with. So I'm going to go and adjust that now. So I'm just updating you. The stop will now be 6, say around 6.2 pips or so. So that's what I'm looking at currently. So I'll keep you updated. So full TP has been smashed for both the first position and the second position. So I'm still expecting my price to come to this region, but my as well start reversing, because this is the trend now coming from a 4 hours time frame. But I'll still just look at it, although I'm not taking any trade again for today. I don't think I'm taking any trade. I've already had 2 entries already on this setup, so I don't think I'm going to be entering, but I'm going to be looking out for whatever price does it, and I'm just going to be sending it to my guys if they will or be sure that to just take the trade. But as for me, I think this is all for today. Yeah. Alright, so I'll be going for a buy once it's 8 o'clock, and if this line can stick still because it's bullish, I'm going to be going for a buy, and my stop is just going to be below. I'm just target 22. So everybody bullish candle closes, that's I'm going to be entering. So that's what I'm looking out for. So that's what I'm looking out for currently. So let's just see how it plays out. Let's see how it plays out. I'd like to share an update on the trade I took today, and that's this trade, this particular one, and what was the confluences actually. So before going in for this trade, first the low of the week, low of the week. Also, I had my psychological level, and also this is a zone, as a psychological level. So these were the 2 major things actually. So, and also price, and also candlestick reaction, and also price action. Now if you let me delete this, yeah. If you look at the chart very carefully around this region, let me increase it so we can see what I'm trying to say. So this is the come back here. We can see the price actually closed above and up on this region. We actually can see that we had a huge rejection. This was something like a doji. And we had an rejection off of this our low of the week, and we had price closed above our low of the week and also above our high of the week. So I was just expecting a retracement and then going for a long position, and immediately I saw price rejecting. I was like, okay, this is going to be the rejection that is going to cause that impulsive move. This was what I was expecting. We've had price create this move, so today's extent already. So I was expecting a pullback to this region. Actually, I had an early entry. That was one of the things that actually happened that made me, and eventually, even if that didn't happen, I was still going to lose this trade. So I was expecting for price to pull back and then create that impulsive move off of the psychological level. But I locked in my first position around here, and price kept on tanking down. I just used the dollar cost averaging um, approach, the CA. I used that as well, and just cleaning conservatively on the account. And eventually what happened was price actually came to take us out, and that was how the trade actually went. So that's just everything about today's trade. The rules were still followed. It's just that market decided to do what it was going to do today. So that's all about today's trading, and tomorrow again, and we are going to come back and just do what we can do. Yeah, just follow rules and follow the system. So that's just the best we can do. So till tomorrow, I'll come back and check the chart, and if I see any possible entry, I'm going to be taking it, and if I do not see any entry, that's going to be it. And this zone was the zone I was looking out for price to come to go in for a lock, but I wasn't even expecting to get to this zone today, but it eventually did, and we had a reversal off of the region. But I'm not still sure this level is going to hold. I'm not sure, because it's almost the end of the New York session, and that's this 5:30. It's 5:51 already, so it's almost the end of New York session rather. And I'm not just sure. Tokyo session and Sydney session might come, price might range into this zone again, and might just simply consolidate as price actually did here. So I'm not just sure of what price is going to do, but tomorrow London session will come back and just check the chart, and if we see a setup, we'll be taking it. So that's all for now. Alright, so a quick update. Today is currently Thursday, and I took a trade which I wasn't supposed to even take at all, but because I was kind of forcing it, I took a trade, and it actually went to stop loss, and I just went out of the chart. Immediately I made that mistake, and that was it about today's trading. So I just thought to give an update about that. I'm also going to be attaching the trade somewhere here. So it went against me, and the buyer wasn't expecting eventually happened, but then I missed out on it because since I broke a rule of not following of my plan. Since I broke a rule of not following my plan, I just give something like a punishment for myself. I'm not going to be taking any trade again today, even if the opportunity presents itself. So that's all about today's trade, and tomorrow I'll come back to the chart, and if an opportunity presents itself, I'm going to be taking it, and if it does not, I'm just going to be waiting patiently. Mistakes should not be repeated on a daily basis. So I journaled the trade, I journaled the trade, and that's one thing you should be doing as well. Make sure you journal your trade, and that's it for now. See you tomorrow, and we'll do what we can do again tomorrow. So see you tomorrow, and that's it for now. Alright, so just to wrap things up, it's currently Saturday, and I wasn't able to take any trade yesterday, being Friday, and that was because I was so busy, and I don't want to take a trade I will not be able to monitor. So that was the main reason why I wasn't able to take a trade yesterday. And the buyer was even expecting actually happened that same yesterday. That's the most annoying part. Well, that's by the way actually. So so far so good. We are actually up. We are still up to R. The 4 hour I made on Tuesday. I lost the trade on Wednesday and also on Thursday, and I did not take a trade yesterday. So we are still up 2 hour for the week. So it's still a profitable week regardless. So till next week, just watch out for the weekly outlook again next week. I'm seeing something interesting. Yeah, so I'm just going to wait for market open on Sunday just to confirm things. And next week is going to be much more interesting. I just have that huge feeling it's going to be much more interesting. So stay tuned, like, share, subscribe to the channel, and turn on your post notifications so you'll be one of the first person to get access to the video whenever it gets dropped. So thank you for sticking to the end of the video, and I guess it's till next week. All right, have a good time.